myself Fatima Najrin, and today in this video we are going to talk about Lakshadweep, its history, its beauty and the present time, that's what's happening over there. So we can move on. Lakshadweep was also known as Lakshadweep, Minikoi and Amini Devi Island, and the word Lakshadweep comes from the word Lakshadweepa, that means 100,000 islands. And this is a union territory and it is divided into 4 tehsils and it is considered to be as one district. And Lakshadweep is made up of 35 tiny but beautiful islands, and the total surface area is 32 square kilometers and the total population is 60 to 70,000. And if we look the political framework of this region, then they do not have any legislative assembly or any chief minister, and the political framework is in 3 levels. The first one is that the people will elect their MPs in every 5 years, and the second one is local self-governments or panchayats, and the third one is the president will appoint an administrator who is responsible for the governance in entire region. And the capital of Lakshadweep is Kavarati, and these islands is made up of corals. So now let's look the history of Lakshadweep. Buddhism prevailed during 5 and 6th century in this region, and there are also reference of the controls of Chera in this region as well. And it is considered that the first settlement in these regions comes during the period of Cheraman Perumal, who is considered to be the last Chera king of Kerala. And in 17th century, Kolathiris gifted this piece of land to Ali Raja or Arakal Bibi of Kannur. And also it is said that Islam was brought to Lakshadweep by Ubaidullah II in AD 661. And the islands was also widely mentioned in the books which is written by the Arab traveller Ibn Battuta. In December 1961, our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru has dispatched a fighter pilot turned civil servant into a tiny group of island which is located in the southwest of mainland India in the Arabian Sea, with a challenging mission to steer it into a modern era. And the name of that tiny group of island is Lakshadweep, and the name of that civil servant is Murkut Ramanuni. And Ramanuni had made many contribution towards this island, and he made people living in there really happy. And it is said that when Ramanuni left this archipelago in the summer of 1965, he took a slice with him. Because the people was really sad when he left the archipelago. And it is said that when he left, he took a slice of happiness of people with him. So we can look why the people says that when Ramanuni left the archipelago, he took a slice with him. So we can look. So in order to understand that, we have to look the present time, that what is happening over Lakshadweep. Okay, so as I said that the political framework of Lakshadweep is in 3 levels. The first one is they will elect MPs in every 5 years, and the second one is panchayats, that local self-governments, and the third one is the president will appoint an administrator who is responsible for the governance in that region. Till December 2020, the administrator of Lakshadweep was Dineshwar Sharma, and before him also there were many IAS and IPS officers who took the position as an administrator of Lakshadweep. So if you look that traditionally this is a position that is given to a bureaucrat. But after the death of Dineshwar Sharma on December 4, 2020, there was a dramatic change in that area. The position of an administrator was given to a BJP politician and his name is Praful Khanda Patel, and the reforms that he made people really angry. So that's the reason why people says that when Ramanuni left the archipelago, he took a slice of it with him. So I will say regarding these reforms in an unbiased way, talking about the perspective of both the sides. So we can look at the first reform that he made. So as I already said that other than electing an MP in every 5 years, the people also get an opportunity to elect their officials at panchayat level as well. So what Praful Khanda Patel have done is that he had snatched away the powers of panchayats from 5 different areas. The first one is education, healthcare, agriculture, animal husbandry and fisheries sector. So this made people really angry who is living over there. So now we can look the second reform that is being made by Praful Konda Patel, and the name of this reform is New Regulation Panchayat Act. And according to this reform, a person who is having two or more child cannot contest elections. So and made people really angry, and the locals alleges that these kind of activities were being made by the administrator is to avoid prominent politicians from running the elections. And also if you look the other side, Praful Konda Patel's side, he said that there is a misleading propaganda that a person with more than 2 children cannot be a candidate in the election. It is clarified in this contest that when this Panchayat Act is notified, its provision will only apply to the parents of infants born after the due dates of notification. So it's up to you to take sides. Okay, so I said the both sides perspective, and it is up to you to decide. So now we can look the third reform that is being made by Praful Konda Patel as an administrator, that is Anti-Gunda Act. So what is this act? Before that, I want to ask you a question. How law and order is maintained? That is, the police will catch a person who have done anything wrong, and this person will have trial in the court, and the court will decide whether this person is guilty or not. But at present we are seeing many instances that gives the power of court in the hands of police. For example, in Bihar Special Armed Police Bill 2021 basically gives the power of court in the hands of police. So government is making such laws that gives the power of court in the hands of police. So coming back to Lakshadweep, it's just a general knowledge, take it as a general knowledge, okay. So again, coming back to Lakshadweep, the draft of a new law has been introduced in Lakshadweep. It is just a draft, it is not implemented yet, okay. So basically, it allows the detention of any persons without any public disclosure for up to 1 year. Understand? So the locals alleges that such actions is being taken by the administrator is to arrest the people who goes against his interest or else who criticize him. That's the reason why he is making such laws. And also if we go by data, then that the crime rate in Lakshadweep is the lowest in the entire country. And if you go by Praful Konda Patel's perspective, he says that such actions is being taken because at present we are seeing many instances in which the youths are engaged in illegal activities. So that's the reason that we are taking such actions. So I have said both the perspectives, and it's up to you to decide in which side you are. So now we can look the fourth reform that is being made by Praful Konda Patel as an administrator, that is New Lakshadweep Development Authority. So it basically promotes development at first. So local says that by this it will become easier for big corporates to grab the land of Lakshadweep. They also says that by this natural biodiversity and wildlife could harm by these developments. And on the other sides, we can look the Praful Patel's view on this. He says that he wanted to turn Lakshadweep into a smart city like Maldives. He says that, but even after completion of 73 years of independence, the level of development here has not been commensurate with its potential. That's what Praful Konda Patel says. He wanted to turn Lakshadweep into a smart city, but the locals are not ready for this. And the fifth reform that is brought by the Praful Konda Patel is the allowing of consumption of alcohol. So I think that you might know that in Lakshadweep, only one resort is only selling these alcohols and all. So now he allowed the consumption of alcohol. So it also made people really angry. And also Praful Konda Patel's response was that he says that because of tourism that he allowed the consumption of alcohol. And the sixth one, that is a beef ban. I think that you might know that, you already know that the people living in Kerala and Lakshadweep is having similar culture, and also they used to eat beefs and all in their day-to-day life, and also majority of the people living in Lakshadweep are Muslims, so they used to eat beef in their life in festivals like Eid, and also as a result people also really enraged by this law, that is a beef ban. So if you go by Praful Konda Patel's perspective on this, he says that as many states of the country have enacted cow protection laws, a law has also been introduced in Lakshadweep on the same line. So that's what he says, that many of the states in the country have such laws. So that's the reason why we are also having such laws. So that's what Praful Konda Patel says. So it's up to you to decide in which side you want to be. So, and also there is one more thing that made people really angry. It is said by the people that it was Praful K. Patel that had spread coronavirus in their area. So why is it so? Because last year when pandemic hit India, Lakshadweep was said to be the safest place in India with zero coronavirus cases. But after the death of Dineshwar Sharma in December 2020, the administrator was changed to Praful Konda Patel. So there was a change in policies, and also so people believe that it was because of the change in policies that the coronavirus cases had increased, and at present there are 6,000 cases, total COVID cases in Lakshadweep. So as I already said that the culture of both Kerala and Lakshadweep is similar. So you might think that what is Kerala's stance in this? So Kerala is going to pass a resolution expressing solidarity with the people of Lakshadweep, and also Tamil Nadu government is also in support of people of Lakshadweep. So that's all. Thank you. So if you find my video worth it, then don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and to press the bell icon. And also if I were biased, then I'm really sorry for that. Thank you.